The following events took place on the front line of the Ukrainian-Russian war today. Russian invaders continue to storm the positions of Ukrainian defenders. In turn, the Ukrainian defense forces are disrupting the enemy's insidious plans, causing significant losses in manpower and equipment. In total, 67 combat engagements took place since the beginning of the day. The border settlements of Sumy region continue to suffer from cynical shelling from the territory of the Russian Federation. Pokrovka and Katerynivka were shelled by enemy artillery. The invaders carried out airstrikes in the areas of Volfine, Obody, Pavlivka, and Velyka Pysarivka, dropping 10 bombs. Also, today the enemy has already dropped 24 guided aerial bombs on the Kursk region of the Russian Federation. The situation was hot in this sector today. The enemy broke through to a village captured by the Ukrainian military and tried to gain a foothold there. The task of the Ukrainian military was to push the enemy back and continue the offensive in the Kursk region. Here, the Ukrainian infantry of the 103rd Territorial Defense Brigade faced the enemy airborne troops head-on. The Russian attack aircraft tried to occupy the post office building, but a Ukrainian drone, which was on hand to help, suddenly disrupted their plans. And the Russian troops began to flee, while the Ukrainian troops continued their offensive. While fleeing, the Russian military called for help from an armored infantry vehicle, but they were unlucky, as another Ukrainian kamikaze drone destroyed it as well, and the Ukrainian soldiers successfully coped with the task and held their positions. The operation in the Kursk region continues. In the Kupiansk sector, the enemy made 5 assault attacks near Novusinov and Lozova. 3 clashes ended, 2 more are ongoing. Here, the Russian military tried to break through the defense. By the way, here is a video of Ukrainian troops destroying Russian equipment and Russians in the Kupiansk sector. In the Kharkov sector, the enemy attacked 14 times near Tsukurino, Horoshna, Georgievka, Katerynivka, Kostiantynivka, and Antonivka. 10 battles are over, 4 are ongoing. An enemy heavy S-70 Hunter unmanned aerial vehicle was also shot down over Kostiantynivka. According to open data, the Russians have only 3 units of these, and 3 more are under construction. The Ukrainian military command has not yet confirmed whether it was the Ukrainian side that shot down the aircraft. According to some sources, it was an Allied shot. A Russian military aircraft shot down its own military drone. By the way, the Russian Federation compares this drone to its fighters. The weight of this unmanned vehicle with equipment can reach 25 tons. The downed UAV crashed in the town of Kostiantynivka. The crash started a fire. Firefighters were working at the scene. In the Lyman sector, the invading army attacked 4 times near Novosadov, Makivka, and Torsky. Ukrainian defenders repelled 2 attacks, and 2 more are ongoing. In the same area, the Ukrainian defense forces struck 3 command posts of the Russian occupiers. The command posts of the 35th and 27th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigades, as well as one of the command posts of the 2nd Combined Arms Army of the Russian Armed Forces, were successfully hit. The results of the strikes are being analyzed. The combat work was carried out by units of the Air Force and the missile and artillery forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in cooperation with other components of the defense forces. The attacks were carried out with Storm Shadow missiles and GMLRS rockets. In the Kramatorsk sector, the invaders made 5 assault attacks. The defense forces stopped 2 Russian attacks near Stupochki and Chasovy Yar. 3 more attacks are ongoing. The enemy also launched airstrikes on Kramatorsk. In the Toretsk sector, the enemy attacked 6 times near Dakhne and Toretsk. 2 battles ended without success for the occupants. 4 more are ongoing. The areas around Dilyivka and Oleksandro Kalinove are suffering from enemy airstrikes. Also in this area, Ukrainian troops destroyed 5 enemy howitzers located in the forest and attacked Ukrainian positions. The Pokrovka sector is the hottest today. Since the beginning of the day, the occupants, supported by aviation, have made 15 attempts to push our defenders from their positions near Novotoretske, Selidov, Krutyi Yar, and Promin. The defense forces are holding back the enemy's onslaught and repelled 12 attacks. 3 firefights are still ongoing. Enemy losses are being clarified. In the Vremivsk sector, the occupants attacked the positions of our troops near Bohoyavlenka 3 times. All enemy assaults were repelled. At the same time, the enemy, supporting the offensive, actively used aviation, dropping 6 bombs. In this area, the Ukrainian military eliminated at least 20 enemies who were hiding in Ukrainian buildings. Ukrainian drone pilots made a mess of the Russian occupiers. In total, the losses of the Russian invaders amounted to 1,250 people. Ukrainian soldiers also neutralized 3 tanks, 21 armored combat vehicles, 55 artillery systems, 49 tactical UAVs, 101 vehicles, and 19 units of special equipment of the occupiers. Ukrainian soldiers are inflicting significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential on the battlefield and in the rear. Thank you, friends. That's all for today. Subscribe to the channel to not miss important events. This video was prepared by Hustler. See you soon.